Hey there, are you over 50 and want to keep your brain sharp as a tack? Want to remember where you left your keys, finish your sentences without getting stuck, and feel mentally on top of your game? Then this video is for you. We're diving into what science says about keeping your brain healthy after 50 and giving you real practical tips. No boring lectures, just proven strategies that actually work. And trust me, you'll be surprised how much of it comes down to simple everyday habits. Let's start with a simple question. What actually happens to your brain after the age of 50? First of all, don't panic. Yes, changes do occur, but no, it's not all downhill from here. As we age, the brain naturally begins to shrink in volume, a process called brain atrophy. This sounds scary, but it's completely normal. Think of it like this. Your brain's not breaking down. It's just getting a bit more streamlined. Some common signs of cognitive aging include slower information processing, trouble multitasking, more tip-of-the-tongue moments, occasional forgetfulness, like forgetting names or where you put your glasses. Spoiler, they're on your head. But here's the good news. Your brain is still incredibly capable of change and growth. Modern neuroscience has debunked the old myth that brain cells only die and never regenerate. Thanks to something called neuroplasticity, your brain can continue to form new connections, strengthen old ones, and even generate new neurons, especially in areas like the hippocampus, which is key for memory and learning. In other words, you're not stuck with the brain you had at 50. You can build a better one at 55, 60, even 70. The secret: it's all about how you use it. So while it's true that your brain might not be quite as fast as it once was, it's still powerful. And with the right habits, you can not only protect your cognitive function, you can boost it. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, we'll show you exactly how. Want a simple way to keep your brain young? Get moving. Physical activity isn't just good for your heart or waistline. It's one of the most powerful tools for protecting and improving your brain. Here's why. When you move your body, you increase blood flow to the brain. That means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more energy for your brain cells to do their job. Even better, exercise stimulates the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a kind of fertilizer for your brain. It helps grow new brain cells and strengthens the connections between them. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your mind. So what kind of exercise is best? You don't need to run marathons. Here are great options for people over 50. Walking. A simple 30-minute brisk walk a day can boost memory and focus. Yoga or Pilates. Improve balance, reduce stress, and promote brain calm. Dancing. Amazing for coordination and cognitive engagement. Bonus. It's fun. Swimming. Low impact. Great for the whole body and brain. The goal isn't perfection. It's consistency. Start small. Park farther away and walk. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Do stretches during TV commercials. Even short bursts of movement add up. And the more you enjoy the activity, the more likely you'll stick with it. Remember, what's good for the heart is also good for the brain. So keep that body in motion. Your mind will stay sharp, focused, and energized. You've heard it before. Use it or lose it. That applies to your brain too. Just like your body needs exercise to stay strong, your brain needs mental challenges to stay sharp. And after 50, regularly training your brain can actually slow cognitive decline and even build new neural connections. So what counts as brain training? It's more than just crossword puzzles, although those are great too. The key is variety and novelty. Your brain loves learning, especially when it's something new or slightly outside your comfort zone. Here are some powerful ways to challenge your mind. Learn a new language. It boosts memory, focus, and flexibility. Play a musical instrument. It engages multiple areas of the brain at once. Read books and discuss them, especially with others, to add a social layer. Take up a new hobby. Painting, cooking, woodworking, photography. Play strategy games like chess, Sudoku, or even complex board games. One of the best things you can do: keep being a student, take online courses, watch documentaries, go to lectures, or join a class in your community. And don't underestimate the power of switching up your routine. Try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, taking a different route to the grocery store, or cooking a dish from a culture you've never explored. These little changes force your brain to adapt and stay flexible, which is exactly what you want as you age. Bottom line, mental activity should be regular, engaging, and ideally a little bit challenging. Make it part of your daily routine, and you'll keep your brain not just alive, but thriving. You've heard it before. Use it or lose it. That applies to your brain too. Just like your body needs exercise to stay strong, your brain needs mental challenges to stay sharp. And after 50, regularly training your brain can actually slow cognitive decline and even build new neural connections. So what counts as brain training? It's more than just crossword puzzles, although those are great too. The key is variety and novelty. Your brain loves learning, especially when it's something new or slightly outside your comfort zone. Here are some powerful ways to challenge your mind. Learn a new language. It boosts memory, focus, and flexibility. Play a musical instrument. It engages multiple areas of the brain at once. Read books and discuss them, especially with others, to add a social layer. Take up a new hobby: painting, cooking, woodworking, photography. Play strategy games like chess, Sudoku, or even complex board games. One of the best things you can do: keep being a student, take online courses, watch documentaries, go to lectures, or join a class in your community. And don't underestimate the power of switching up your routine. Try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, taking a different route to the grocery store, or cooking a dish from a culture you've never explored. These little changes force your brain to adapt and stay flexible, which is exactly what you want as you age. Bottom line, mental activity should be regular, engaging, and ideally a little bit challenging. Make it part of your daily routine, and you'll keep your brain not just alive, but thriving. If you're serious about keeping your brain young, there's one habit you can't afford to ignore: sleep. We tend to treat sleep like a luxury, something we squeeze in if there's time. But in reality, sleep is when your brain does some of its most important work. During deep sleep, your brain strengthens and organizes memories, clears out waste products and toxins, including those linked to Alzheimer's, repairs cells and supports the growth of new ones, regulates mood, focus, and decision-making. Think of sleep as your brain's nightly cleaning crew. Without it, things get foggy fast. People over 50 often struggle with sleep. Lighter sleep, more awakenings, and less time in deep sleep. But that doesn't mean it's out of your control. Here's how to improve sleep quality. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a calming nighttime routine. Dim the lights. Read a book. Listen to relaxing music. Avoid screens for at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Blue light messes with melatonin. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Cut back on caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon and evening. And yes, aim for 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep every night. Not just time in bed, but actual rest. Don't think of sleep as lost time. Think of it as brain investment. It's free, it's powerful, and it's one of the easiest ways to keep your mind sharp, balanced, and energized for years to come. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when it comes to brain health: your relationships. Here's the truth: loneliness is toxic for the brain. In fact, chronic social isolation has been linked to a significantly higher risk of cognitive decline and even Alzheimer's disease. And it makes sense. Humans are social creatures. We're wired for connection. And when we lose that, whether through retirement, loss, or simply drifting apart, our brains suffer. The good news: staying socially active is one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your brain. That doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar or 100 friends on Facebook. It's about quality connections, real conversations, shared experiences, and emotional support. Here are a few simple ways to stay socially engaged. Call or visit family members regularly. Reconnect with old friends. Even a short message can open a door. Join a club, take a class, or volunteer for something you care about. Attend community events or faith-based gatherings. Spend time with people who make you laugh and feel valued. And let's not forget about emotional health. Chronic stress, anxiety, and depression can actually shrink parts of the brain involved in memory and decision-making. But on the flip side, positive emotions, joy, gratitude, purpose, can strengthen them. So don't underestimate the power of a good laugh, a meaningful conversation, or even a heartfelt hug. Your brain doesn't just need exercise and nutrients. It needs connection, love, and purpose. And after 50, those things might just matter more than ever. So far, we've talked a lot about what you should do to keep your brain young. But just as important is knowing what to avoid, the silent brain saboteurs that can slowly wear down your mental sharpness. Let's start with one of the biggest: alcohol. A glass of red wine now and then may be okay, and even part of some brain-friendly diets. But regular or heavy drinking can damage brain cells, impair memory, and increase the risk of dementia. Even moderate drinking has been linked to changes in brain structure over time. Smoking. If you still smoke, this is your sign to quit. Smoking reduces blood flow to the brain, increases the risk of stroke, and accelerates cognitive decline. The damage is real. But the good news is, quitting can reverse some of it over time. Chronic stress. When stress becomes your default state, it floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that, in high doses, damages the brain's memory center, the hippocampus. Short-term stress is normal, but long-term, unmanaged stress, it's toxic. Poor diet. We mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. Diets high in added sugar, trans fats, and heavily processed foods can inflame the brain, damage blood vessels, and impair thinking. Think of these foods as brain junk. They might be convenient, but your brain pays the price. Lack of mental stimulation. Scrolling through social media for hours might feel like stimulation, but it's mostly passive consumption. Your brain needs real challenge, not just flashy content. Too much screen time, especially at night, can mess with sleep and focus. Sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for long periods without moving isn't just bad for your body. It's linked to poor brain health, slower processing speed, and a higher risk of depression. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware and making better choices more often than not. Each time you say no to a harmful habit, you're saying yes to a clearer, sharper, more resilient mind. So let's bring it all together. Keeping your brain young after 50 isn't about chasing the next miracle pill or expensive gadget. It's about small, consistent actions, the kind you can start today. Here's your brain-boosting checklist. Eat real, brain-friendly foods. Think fish, greens, berries, and nuts. Move your body every day. Even a simple walk can work wonders. Prioritize quality sleep. Your brain needs its reset time. Keep learning. Give your brain something new to chew on. Stay connected, talk, laugh, love, and spend time with people who lift you up. Avoid brain saboteurs, alcohol, smoking, chronic stress, and processed junk. Protect your sense of purpose. Live with intention and curiosity. These habits aren't just good for your brain. They're good for your life. It's never too late to start. In fact, studies show that people who adopt brain-healthy habits in their 50s and 60s can dramatically reduce their risk of cognitive decline and even grow their mental capacity in later years. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. And if this video helped you or inspired you, take a second to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Because we all deserve to grow older with clarity, confidence, and a mind that stays sharp. Take care of your brain, and it will take care of you. See you in the next video.